6,345 pounds as you see it here today. Heavily equipped in what we call the premium package Rockwood. This is the 2612WS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And this is just about as heavy and loaded up as one of these can get, as compared to the more simplified, what we call Essentials Edition. Never mind all that though. What we're looking at here is a great couples camper that has a good length target of less than 30 feet while still providing excellent storage and a very comfortable living space. With the slide closed, coming in the rear, I guess you'd probably call it primary entry door, the living room entry door. You see that you could get in here if you had to. You could sit down in transit, stop, get a bite to eat, and you can access your kitchen storage here fairly easily. You can get to the refrigerator. That door will open. You see how that countertop extension folds down so that it doesn't get crushed by the slide. That was smart. And you can see how those kitchen drawers are mounted under the sink facing us so you can still get to them. Now, the one thing that will be a little bit of a hiccup to access, I suppose, is the pantry. You can still get to some of it, but you're kind of reaching around doing a really weird twist-em-up arm yoga hyperextension thing to get in there. So as long as you pay about 1% attention as to how you're packing your RV, it's very travel accessible and functional. Especially since we have the front entry door that goes into the master bedroom. And we'll talk about this more when we come back outside, but what's cool is both entry doors are treated the same. They both have that same bigger entry handle. They both have the Moride steps that are the 0G self-supporting variety. They both, have the XL handles, the 30-inch wide doors. I think I repeated one of those things, but you get the idea. So it doesn't matter if it's the front door or back door. There's no, like, main door and then off door in this Rockwood RV. Now, it's perfectly normal for RV manufacturers to each kind of put their own spin on a concept. If you look at it, this is kind of right in the same sort of wheelhouse and ballpark as a 279 RLDS Freedom Express here at Haylett RV. However, the Rockwood version is condensed a little more, so it's shorter and lighter, but they each have their own kind of little flavor and flair about things. This has no vents in the flooring, so that's a nice little easy cleaning, pet-friendly capacity here. And please keep in mind, the one that we're looking at here in this video could be wildly different from the one that we have in stock and available. For instance, whether it's this the decors, like you have your choice in here between different wood tones, different fabrics, different seating, different flooring. Rockwood gives you all kinds of options. So like right now we're looking at a trifold sleeper sofa and a dining table with a booth dinette that folds down to a sleeper with a free floating table. We'll see all this in more detail in a minute. But there's options for freestanding table and chairs. There's options for theater seats or recliners or all kinds of different stuff. So I would really like to know, how would you like your Rockwood equipped? I'm all ears, because no matter how I build one, it's going to be wrong since they give us so many options. Now, I got a lot to cover, so we're going to start from the top and work our way down. This has a dual ducted central air system, and here in our premium package, we will tend to outfit this with the larger 15,000 BTU air conditioner. That will give you that extra cooling power you will not regret. Now the TV over here is on a bit of an angle, so it's at a fairly easy viewing position from either the, whatever seating arrangements you happen to have, wherever you happen to have them. But the TV can also pivot out to directly face the rear seating if you are so inclined. But as I mentioned previously, this is a sleeper sofa, so it gives us some great guest capacity. And one of the key details that I want to point out here is when you get the hide-a-bed option, you now have the ability to not just sleep grandkids, but you can sleep adults back here, even if they are the type of folks that maybe need something like a CPAP machine, because both of your side stands have household outlets, so you're very, appliance friendly. Now, both of our entry doors have a full viewing window in them, but they also have a privacy shade. Speaking of which, these Rockwood Ultralites have day-night shades throughout the RV, so that, especially at a time like this, where if you just have some serious sunshine beaten down in this RV, or if you have some guests sleeping in here and you want to give them some privacy, this is an RV that can accommodate both of those things, either separately or simultaneously. Now, one of the things I think Rockwood did really well here is they incorporated some big blocky, bulky stuff into that slide out. If you notice, the dinette slide, or whatever happens to be in that slide right there, this current moment it's a dinette, also includes an 8 cubic foot gas electric fridge freezer and a pantry that we'll see open in a few minutes. But the thing is, the refrigerator is not as deep as that full depth slide. So it's like a weird 2/3 almost super slide kind of thing. Behind the pantry, there's actually extra storage outside that you can access. As we swing ourselves around here though, one of the things you can see is when you get the maple upgrade, which is what we're looking at. Today we're looking at the maple wood tones, the chocolate decor, which is the fabrics, and the wood print flooring, all of which are different options that you can apply to these. But the maple wood tones, one of the things is you do upgrade to a true maple hardwood cabinet door, but no matter what, you will always get pocket screwed cabinet construction and hardwood cabinet door frames. The other slate wood decor just has flat panel inserts. Some people like the look of one better than the other. We try to carry them both here at Haylett RV. Now I mentioned how that TV swings out. Part of the reason it does is so you can view the TV directly from the rear sofa and have a no neck wrecker experience. The other reason is because it has a hidden chunk of what I call pantrytainment storage. As we pass our way down, we go past our Bluetooth DVD stereo that also has HDMI plugs. And you can see you've got your full control panel all right there. So you can, you know, basically your slides, your awnings, your lights, all that stuff, your water heater, it's all accessible right in that area. Now, not only do we have a pantry in the slide out that we're going to look at, but again, you have a huge chunk of extra space here. And that's one of those interesting little qualities on this RV. It has a deceptive amount of storage capacity. It also has a larger 22-inch oven, which is something that is very easy to miss there. And these are solid surface countertops you can see encasing that recessed stainless sink. Normally, in a laminated RV, you don't get easy reach appliance outlets because usually the kitchen is against an exterior wall and it's hard to run wiring through an ultralight 1.5-inch wall, which is what almost all laminated travel trailers have. But since this is an interior wall, they were able to give you a double set of very easy reach outlets. And just to make sure we're catching everything, take a look up here. I do want to point out though, that is a 1.3 cubic foot microwave, which is a little more like small but conventional household size versus the 0.9 cubic foot microwave often used in the RV industry. Now as we work our way back over here, like I said, good pantry space. I mean, you have two full pantries, one right here next to the fridge, then one under the entertainment center. But one of the kind of unsung qualities here, and it's one of the reasons I think a lot of people still like the dinette setup in a Rockwood, is they give you that nicer free-floating table. So you can move it around, you could fold it down like a coffee table in front of that sofa or whatever seating you happen to have in your RV, but they also give you easier access to the storage. And if you take note here, you can see that this actually has an all aluminum skeleton. Anything Rockwood builds in-house tends to have an all aluminum skeleton. You will see that trend continued under the bed. Also, if you take note inside of that dinette area right there, they do give you a set of household outlets. And it's in a spot that's otherwise very easy to miss, but it's great if you want to sit there and have a phone charger. Some people like to have a little coffee maker or something like that, or a lamp maybe for some evening work or something like that on their dining table. The point is, they give you the plugs, so you can do whatever you want with them. One of the things they did here, because it keeps the RV shorter, but they did it in a way that makes the RV look and feel still large, is they have a pretty expansive walk-through middle bathroom. Now, Rockwood's done things like include an extra window in their bathroom for a while, but it's these little touches, the extra counter space, the little shelf above that extra large sink. It's those things, those Rockwood doing Rockwood things that just kind of separates them and puts them ahead of the curve. Foot flush stool and a large shower here with a triple sliding door panel. A couple of those things that they feel like luxury fifth wheel features you're getting in a travel trailer. Something that kind of goes hand in hand with that is Rockwood's extensive use of max air vent fans, and not only that, it has the roof cover built right onto it from the factory level. A few things here in the shower before we look at the bedroom. The little shower caddy up here, it's quickly removable so it can be cleaned if it gets a little grimy or whatever. But it makes it so these worthless corner shelves, you don't have to rely on these things, so you're not constantly dropping your soaps and body washes. Also, if you do boondock, this has a little AquaView shower miser system, which, long story short, can help you avoid wasting fresh water. This does also have a large sliding pocket door here to separate the master bedroom and the bathroom. And that's what's nice here. If you do utilize any of the seating arrangement in the living room, however your 2612 Rockwood from Haylett RV happens to be equipped, you have the ability to access the bathroom from the master bedroom if a guest is here without disturbing one another, or vice versa. Now, to keep the RV under 30 feet, this is a Camp Queen bed. However, they left room here. If you want to go to a true queen, you can. They were trying to make the bedroom not feel so blocked off, and frankly, there's plenty of people who this bed fits just fine. Over here we have an open side stand with no closet, and you'll see that although we have good overhead storage, you don't have a closet on the other side either. That's because Rockwood includes a big double hanging closet here in their wardrobe slide, which is another kind of fifth wheel sort of feel and feature you can get here in a travel trailer, with TV hookups straight across from the bedroom. But I don't want to leave without taking a look inside of those closets, because it's more than just a closet. They also have some dedicated dresser space right there. And since that closet's so tall, unless you have really long clothes that hang down, you kind of have like an extra shelf over here where you can keep some stuff. But remember how I talked about Rockwood has a lot of aluminum framework on the things they build? That includes the storage under the bed as well. And it's really cool how they split this up, because it kind of gives you like an easy lift top storage chest, if you will, and we've got a couple odds and ends in there, but another set of individualized dresser drawers, so everybody has their own little space to keep all their little things. Things like the bigger air conditioner and the lighter skin package that we tend to pair together in what we're calling this premium package, which isn't an official thing. You can pick and choose and piecewise Rockwoods together however you please within the manufacturer's allowances, of course. But, you know, like if you want the other interior or the different exterior or whatever, you know, you can kind of put them together however. We've found that the way that we're putting them together here, one a little simple, one a little basic, is how a lot of clients kind of enjoy shopping for these, so they kind of can pick and choose. But if you want one custom built a little bit more to your preferences, call us. We can put it together, no big deal. You can see that you have the ability to add that lighter skin package, which on a hot summer day like this is going to really cut down on the heat. And then the slide awnings. That's doing a couple things for us. It's adding some protection and reliability, but it's also shading those slides, which will again help with interior temperature management. A lot of lightweight trailers will stick with 20-pound propane tanks, but Rockwood always doing a little bit more, includes 30-pound tanks. It's a little heavier, but it also means 50% more time between refills. Now this has a drop frame on it like a fifth wheel, and we will see that opened up as we wrap around the other side. I also want to point out the fact that you have the ability to upgrade this to power stabilizer jacks, so that everything on this is push button simple. Now you can see all Rockwoods will have an enclosed underbelly. Another thing we do on our premium package is we will outfit them with the 12-volt tank heaters to give you that extra protection. Shortly before this footage was recorded, one of the other updates that went into all of these, no matter what equipment package you apply to the 2612, is larger slide side windows. Basically, that window right there didn't used to be as big as that window right there. They're now the same height. So it gives it a more consistent look, and it just is larger. It adds more airflow. Camera ready up top. We have all LED tail and marker lights. And then just, and again, the touches Rockwood puts on that hard shell spare tire cover, because the slip covers are fine. They work fine. They're less expensive, but they get shredded from wind buffeting and sun exposure over time. Whereas this ABS hardshell cover, at worst, it might get a little sun faded after years of exposure if you don't, you know, keep it clean and conditioned like the rest of your RV. But that's it. Unless you hit the thing with a baseball bat, you ain't gonna crack it. Also, now standard on these, previously just not even available, is a 2-inch receiver hitch on the back here. So it is now easier than ever to add things like a bike rack to your Rockwood RV, to do things like add a small generator tray without voiding your factory warranty. And isn't that a nice little slice of peace of mind? Over here on the campsite of the RV, they gave it the biggest power awning they possibly could, although it's a little trickier to see at our current angle. But you can notice how it does clear both entry doors. And let's talk about those doors for a second. Rockwood doesn't believe in a main door and then an off door. Every door gets the same treatment. They're both anti-slam. They're both an easier 30-inch wide entry. They both have the larger handles, and not only do they both have MORryde stable steps, but they also both have the 0G stable steps. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, that is something that luxury fifth wheels don't tend to do. Usually, a big fifth wheel will give you a stable step of some variety on the main door, but not the quote-unquote off doors. But again, Rockwood doesn't believe in off doors. They do everything the same way every time, so it won't fall on your head, it won't crush your dog, etc. Now over here, we have a best-in-class four-wheel independent suspension, not a leaf spring system. It's all four wheels here operate independently. And what this is going to do for us is help keep the RV sturdy and stable, especially when you're cornering at higher speeds. And to make sure you have good ride and handling, Rockwood includes on every travel trailer and fifth wheel, from GeoPro to Minilite to Ultra to Signature, tire pressure monitoring system. It comes with a handheld controller with a little color display that you can keep up in your vehicle to see, you know, what the tire pressure looks like. Outside TV hookups, and we've got a handy little grill station right here. And not only that, I'm sorry, I use the word grill. That's what I've always traditionally called it, because it always traditionally came with a grill. But as you can see, it comes with one of these very, if we're being honest with one another, black stone-inspired griddles. And it doesn't matter, I suppose, who came up with the idea. The fact is, it's here. So you've got a cool little outdoor cook station with a galvanized rolled steel kind of utility shelf that you can bring with it. And as we continue forward here, we can see this massive drop frame storage compartment, which rivals the kind of storage you get, frankly, in a lot of fifth wheels. And Rockwood is very good about leaving it completely open and unobstructed whenever possible. So you have a maximum amount of storage potential right there. And that's just what I call Rockwood doing Rockwood things. Now remember, the one that we're looking at here, once again, could be a little different from the one that we have in stock. But again, this video is here to give you a really good idea of this floor plan and the links that we're willing to go to here at Haylett RV to assist you, our clients. And before I hop upstairs to walk all over the roof of this walkable roof camper, I want to point out something. The fact that Rockwood uses a higher grade motor in things like their slide awnings, their jacks, their slide outs themselves. That is invisible stuff you can't see. It moves faster, it's stronger, it should last longer. And that's again just Rockwood doing Rockwood things. Because they have such a high volume, they can afford to put a better motor in stuff and still make the RV quite affordable, just purely off big volume discount purchasing. And finally, up here on the roof, one of the things about Rockwoods that always kind of strikes me is how solid, sturdy, and stable it feels up here. Almost everything out here has a walkable roof, and the couple brands, actually the one brand we have that is a service, not a full walkable roof, they've recently changed to a full walkable roof. So we don't sell a new RV at Haylett RV that doesn't have a walkable roof. But a lot of them, when I walk on them, I know it's perfectly fine, but I feel a little moonwalky. And I don't mean like Michael Jackson with his slick, sweet moves. I mean like a little bit of whoop, whoop when I walk. And that is the sound I think of in my head, believe it or not. I bet you don't even question it. I bet you believe that and take that at face value if you've watched enough of my videos. Anyway, point is, when I walk around up here, there's no flex. It feels so sturdy, so stable. I feel very good up here. And even if it's wet, because the roof is going to get wet if you're cleaning it, the texture on the roof membrane really grabs your shoes. Now what we're looking at here, the Wi-Fi Ranger system, is basically a built-in router to the RV, but you can upgrade it to get LTE signal, and then it will basically rebroadcast via Wi-Fi locally to give you easier access to mobile data sources. Your Max Air vent fans on Rockwoods always come with the matching roof vent cover so that you have, you know, anytime airflow. And you can see they are very heavy-handed with their sealants. And once again, I hope you appreciate the links and the heights at which we're willing to go for you here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And the cool thing is, we don't charge you extra for any of that because we don't do hidden dealer fees at Haylett RV. But we do everything else. So even, you know, RV delivery. Give us a call. We do it all. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.